I'm Valerie Armstead. These are my 5 audience members: Monique, Jeremy, Karen, Bliss, and Tykia. And this is my speech. Okay, this is an informative speech given on the group called ISIS. It is based on an article written by a sociologist who observed them. This article goes into the discussion as to whether or not the religion of Christianity will survive where it originated from, the Middle East. Every year, a few Christians perform sacred rituals where they light candles in a church of the Nativity in the Middle East. However, the focus is put on the racism between the ISIS and the Christians. The ISIS is a racist sect of Sunni Muslims who are also qualified as terrorists. Their plans is to create a state strict of Islamic law. They have caused many Christians to be secularized in fear of expressing their own religious beliefs. Researchers use a very conflict perspective when taking notes on this matter. Sociologists came up with valid percentages on how many Christians will live in the Middle East in a few years coming. They come up with a hypothesis that it will drastically drop faster than normal with the ISIS walking around. Researchers also discovered that just because Christianity is slowly dying out in the Middle East, it is slowly expanding elsewhere around the globe. Migrants who travel around to other countries diffuse the Christian faith in countries like Africa. Many of these countries have a strict political system that is completely controlled by religion, which makes it even more strict. The laws actually include not being able to carry a Bible, pray, or even think for yourself. But this has not stopped some Christians. Their faith brings them to keep going, even through the killing. They come from their home denominations and keep it up by spreading their word to other people who are willing to listen. The effects of culture shock do not even faze them enough for them to reside there and create subcultures based off of their different faiths. Later on in the article, it expressed the continuing of the culture war that ISIS continues to bring about and create in the Middle East. If any migrant were caught openly praying, there would be no guarantee that they would survive out there for long. There are strong Christian communities that continue to survive there, even with the genocide that took place in the early 1920s. They took everyone they could, including their significant others and children. After 600 were able to escape and run away to churches in other parts of the region, any person who practices different faiths from the Islamic ones will be tortured, captured, or even killed. The ISIS will continue to perform these hate crimes on different families who continue to follow their own God. Alright, these are my 5 audience members again. Monique, Jeremy, Karen, Bliss, Tykia. Okay. Somewhere in a certain region where the ISIS has stormed to, they found a Christian community, captured them, and told them that if they did not convert to Islam, pay a fine, or face death by sword. Clearly, the ISIS intend on making sure the entire Middle East will follow their formal norms. The ethnic group will not stop until they achieve their horrible goals, starting with the minorities and moving up and up with the horrid actions. Researchers blame a lot of this on the Middle East week's central government. They are calling the acts of ISIS against the Christians pure genocide. The report stated that just 10 years ago, Iraq had 1.5 billion Christians that lived there, but now it has decreased to a number of only 150,000. He put the pressure on family influences, government actions, and targeted violences for another cause of this. So if that was just 10 years ago, then 10 years from now, he expects for almost all Christians to be completely gone from Iraq at the rate it is going. The members in the Christian cultures continue to decline as the ISIS continue to uprise against them. ISIS is a very ethnocentric group with horrible intentions to take over everything. The researchers will continue to use social conflict theory to observe this country of the Middle East. Just because the researchers see that religion is the main problem in this world, they also have a different perspective on it as well. They see that sometimes it can be based on just power that everyone wants, and with people using religion as their base, it is easier to have people join them. He stated that a combination of religious hatred and organized crime is excessively dangerous, and that makes Christians an easy target if the religion they aren't talking about is of that one. Christianity originated in the Middle East and has its long roots that remain there. Many deviant behaviors are lashed against them, causing the religion to not only naturally fade but be forced away. And that is the end of my speech. These are my 5 audience members: Monique, Jeremy, Karen, Bliss, Tykia. Thank you.